Tonight, beauties and geeks together again to reveal everything.
I'm gonna put my virginity up on eBay pretty soon.
Beauty and the Geek, the aftermath starts now.
I'm your host, Brian McFadden. You know, last week you saw the big finale, and now it's time to find out the answers to the questions you've all been asking yourself. Is Richard for real? Are Erica and Brad a couple? Is Joe still a virgin? Tonight, we'll get the true story from the 7 beautiful women and 7 brilliant men who were part of television's greatest social experiment. And all night, we'll be getting the results from our online polls and find out who you, the audience, you at home, the audience, think is your favorite beauty and your favorite geek. And later on, we'll take a look at some footage from this show that's never been seen on television until tonight. You guys ready? You guys ready? Let's meet the stars of Beauty and the Geek. Please welcome Cheryl, Erica and Joe. Crystal and Brad. Lauren and Bill. Scarlett and Shawn. Mindy and Richard. And the winners of the $250,000, Kylan and Chuck. Now that Beauty and the Geek has come to an end and the winners have been revealed, it's time to find out what really happened during your stay at the mansion. Let's go ahead and take us back to that first day. Kylan, when you pulled up to the mansion,
yeah.
Did you have any idea what was about to happen?
No. I didn't have any idea at all. If I did, I would have thrown the car in reverse. but it was really great. It was fun.
It was well worth it.
It was. Oh yes, it was.
So Chuck, did you have any idea that you were going to be hanging out with 7 beautiful girls, and did you have any idea that you were going to be one of the geeks?
I mean, no. But I figured whatever it was about, it was going to be something that I was never going to get a chance to do again.
And Lauren, party girl.
I am a party girl.
Every time I watch you on the show, my mom's like, she chews gum like 24/7.
I know. I'm like Seacrest out. I say peace, love, and bubble gum because I chew a lot.
What was that again? Peace, what?
Peace, love, and bubble gum. It rhymes, right? Yeah. Does it work?
What were you hoping the show was going to be?
Well, we had hot cars. We drove up in good cars, and I thought it was going to be like 7 hot guys in Escalade and Hummers, and they all piled out of like one car, and I felt sorry for them.
Well, you know, those first few days were filled with some awkward moments. Let's go ahead and take a look back at those moments.
What do you think you would have been voted if someone were to vote you something in high school?
The most popular?
Most of the first part of my life, I lived purely sort of between here and here.
Well, I like everything that is expensive.
I am a virgin. No, I'm not saving myself for anybody.
I think my IQ is probably about 500.
Hello, ladies.
It was like the white Urkel.
Hey.
Hello.
My name's Lauren, and I love to party.
Hi. There was something about that collection of women that knocked what I'd been planning on saying sort of right out of my head.
Hi.
My first thought was, wow, you know, she's really hot. And my second thought was, wow, she's hot. And so was my third and fourth.
Let's do one bed. I think that's the best idea so far. Here we are. Let's make the bed. Which side do you like to sleep on?
I didn't know anything about this guy, and yet we were going to sleep in the same bedroom.
I don't think I've ever hung out with 7 hot girls in a hot tub before.
Oh.
I think it's all the smoke in my room. It kind of dried out the mucosa. Plus, with the stress, I might be running marginally hypertensive.
This is a
That hurts.
Bust, waist, and hips.
That hurts.
I'm gonna cry.
Is it like I hold my hands like this,
I was so uncomfortable with touching girls.
so this, and then it's just the other side.
No, that's tickling. I think I might be in trouble.
Sean, you've got the funniest laugh I've ever heard. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's great. Joe, when you walked through that curtain, when you first walked through that curtain and you saw these beautiful girls standing before you, and first of all, I saw your face just kind of like blotch up a little bit. What was going through your mind? What were your exact thoughts?
I was like, man, I hope this is a dating show. I don't know. Like, I guess I blush a lot, but I don't mind. I don't get embarrassed that easily. When I was watching the show with my friends, I kind of joking about it, like we should have a drinking game. Every time Joe blushes, we'll take a drink. But somebody would probably get like alcohol poisoning or something.
I think it's safe to say that. And women, do you agree with me? Because my sister does too, and like my family, like the women in my family, they love you, man. You know, it's funny when I watched KRYSTAL go through the curtain, and to see you look at all these guys. What was going through your mind? Because you could see the facial expressions.
I didn't know what to expect. I thought there was going to be guys, like big, muscular, athletic guys, and I saw these group of guys, and then after I got to know them, I was like, wow, I wouldn't have traded a gorgeous guy for any one of them any day. Really.
Kydelyn, you were the first to choose your partner. What made you decide to go for Chuck?
Well, it's kind of one of those things like, you know, he who hesitates comes in last, and I didn't really want to come in last at all. So I just kind of thought, well, might as well go, and I just wanted to get it over with.
All right, Erica, why did you choose Joe as your partner?
He looks like my little brother. Like, I saw him and he's just like, he's so cute. Like, we're both blonde and like pale. And I'm like, this kid is my little brother.
I'm sure that's exactly what Joe wants to hear right now.
After we got eliminated, we went out, and at every bar we went to, all the guys would come hit on Erica, and she would tell them that we're brother and sister, so every time they bought her a drink, they'd have to buy me a drink too.
I feel like I've been talking way too much. Does the audience have a question for the cast?
Yeah, Chuck, you don't seem like the type of person that would normally be on a reality show. What compelled you to do this show?
Just mainly the fact that I hadn't ever done anything anywhere near like a reality show. I mean, it was something I looked at it and I said, you know, this is the kind of experience that is very different from anything else that I've ever done in my life. And you know, if I don't take advantage of this, I'm probably going to end up kicking myself down the road. It just sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun. So.
Great answer, and it was too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
We got time for a couple more questions. The audience?
Got a question for Bill. Being the vice president of the Dukes of Hazzard fan club, I really want to know how that helps you out with the ladies.
I just got done judging a Daisy Duke contest where I was a celebrity judge, and the girls are very nice looking.
That helps. Beauty and the Geek was never designed to be a dating show, but when women and men are spending every waking moment together, no matter how different their backgrounds may be, there's always the possibility of romance. Now the question is, are Brad and Erica still together? And what's up with Scarlett and Chuck? We are about to find out when Beauty and the Geek continues. Was always intended to be a social experiment, not a dating show. But with 7 gorgeous women and 7 very eligible bachelors living under one roof, a little romance was bound to happen. Take a look.
I think we've developed a close relationship.
If we won, I would make out with you.
Oh, really? Oh my God, I have never made out with a girl. Now I have to win the game. My chances of getting lucky are 110%. Are you gonna make out with me or what? How about that? Here, here. Gadzooks!
I think you're the most beautiful woman in the house.
Oh my gosh, no way.
I'm glad that I'll have some more time to get to know Scarlett. And even if it is just sort of almost a summer camp kind of thing, I'm not ready for the summer to be over.
Can I slide these off your shoulders for a second?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. He's definitely an intelligent and unique man. And I think because he's different, I might find it attractive.
The game changed for me when I started talking to Brad. We were in the hot tub and I'm just like, he's kind of cute.
I'm not sure why Erica and I connect. It's one of those intangible things. You know, we just do.
Little did I know that I would come to this house and I would happen to like one of these nerds. And now it's like I've met someone who's just the kind of guy that you could just trust and who would just make you laugh all the time.
Wow, Erica, you're getting choked up now.
I need a tissue.
Richard.
Oh, get it right. Do you have fresh ones?
Just a second. Patience. Patience is a virtue. It's clean.
He looked at it. That's very gentlemanlike. Big question. Erica, have you seen Brad since you left the mansion?
This is the first time I've seen him, and I still have yet to have physical contact with him. Can I hug him?
Why are you asking me? Ask Brad.
Okay, I'm so much better now. I'm just sitting here wanting to just run over there and give him a hug, but we just haven't had the chance.
What's the next plan for you two?
It's hard to say just because this is the first time we've seen each other. We got together and then it was 2 days later I had to leave. So it was we were just left lingering, not knowing really what was going to happen. And now we're going to be on completely opposite sides of the country. So it's complicated, but I waited for him.
Wow. So, the ball's in your court. Brad, where are you living now?
I'm living in Ocean Springs right now, Mississippi.
Mississippi?
But I'm moving to Atlanta to go to business school, to graduate school.
Is it feasible?
Certainly.
If they get married, I'm going to be the ring bearer.
Joe, you bravely told America that you were still a virgin and not by choice. What's your love life like now?
It's not that much different. I think the show gave me a little bit more confidence in terms of approaching girls at bars and parties and stuff. And it's kind of funny because when I got eliminated, while the guys were getting phone numbers on the show, I got a couple phone numbers in real life, and I didn't even have to pretend to be gay. I'm not dating anybody now. I'd like to have a hot summer romance, but we'll see. I'm gonna put my virginity up on eBay pretty soon.
You know, Richard, before you did the show,
Sir.
You said you've never been on a date.
Right.
The question is, have you been on a date since?
I have not been on a date since. However, I will say that I was walking down the street, and a woman pulled me inside the restaurant and offered to pay
you?
No.
What?
No, she offered to have lunch with me.
Richard.
Yes, sir.
That was a date.
That was a date.
That was a date. He's been on a date. He's been on a date.
All right.
And you didn't even have to pay for it.
Nope.
All right, we'll just move on. Chuck, this is something that I think all of America has been wanting to know. And did you feel like you and Scarlett had a real connection, or did you think that she was just playing you to win the game?
No.
Certainly wouldn't say we were on like a track towards marriage or anything like that, but for the time that we had and the conversations that we had, I think we learned a lot about each other, and I think our respect and affection for each other was genuine.
Scarlett, you've probably been asked that question many,
Yes.
many times.
And no, those were not my intentions whatsoever. I got to know Chuck, and at the time we were just having a great time, and we were getting to know each other. I really, respect him, and I look up to him. He's a great guy, and I really like him. So it was just, I did not play him, and it wasn't part of an alliance or for me to stay in the house.
Lauren and Bill were sent to the elimination room because of Chuck's relationship with you. I mean, do you feel like Scarlett's feelings are real, or?
Scarlett, look at this. I mean, if I was in the house and I know it was that easy, I'm just kidding. I probably would have made out too. I'm taking Richard.
Lauren, make out with him.
On the left. I kiss on the left. How many is that, Richard?
I don't know. You guys keep track. You guys keep track.
Questions? Anybody? Question? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Joe. I fell in love with you during the show. Will you go on a date with me?
Well, I'll have to think of. Yeah, sure.
Aw, love connection here. That's nice. Anybody else? Any other questions we have?
I do.
Yes, hi.
This is for Shawn. Have you made any advances in your love life since you've left the show?
There was one evening I was talking to a group of people. We had the challenge where we had to get women's phone numbers. So I had been talking to this group of people, getting the phone numbers, stuff like that, and when the group was breaking up, I ended up managing to ask one of those girls for her phone number. And she gave it to me.
Yes.
And it was her real phone number.
You called it.
I did call her, and she called me back, and so we've had a chance to get together a couple times.
Well, we've seen how some of the contestants hit it off, but after the break, we're going to take a look back at two people who had a hard time seeing eye to eye, Richard and Chuck. Stay tuned, it's going to get heated up when more Beauty and the Geek, the aftermath continues. Don't go anywhere. Differences, we weren't sure the men and women would ever get along, but no one expected there to be such a fierce rivalry between two of our geniuses. Let's take a look at Richard versus Chuck.
The more I sort of get to know you, the more I think, early 20s is an awkward time.
And you're only 27. There's everybody in the mansion, and then there's me and Chuck, sort of like a volcano, just waiting to erupt.
I, more than anyone else, have let Richard get under my skin because he seems to help reinforce the negative stereotypes that people have about nerds.
Chuckaroo? Howdy do, Chuckaroo? What I'd like to do is steal Scarlet from Chuck and win the money. And that would just be ideal. I'm about to ask you out.
Chuck already asked me.
No. I was rejected, and I lost out to Chuck. Chuck, I go down with honor.
You go down with ridicule, Rich. It'd be nice just to have a pleasant evening, sort of out in the woods a little bit.
Chuck!
Here.
No bets.
Feel free to be an idiot wherever you want, but not around the fire, please.
Yeah, fine. We're walking around in a circle here.
Rich, stop around by the fire right now. Richard's antics make me feel sad for him. You ever been tested for ADD, Rich?
You think I have ADD? I don't know. I think it's possible. Because if you do, I think you're full of You stay tuned because things are going to come to a head between Chuck and I.
Go ahead, Richard.
I have something to say about that.
Okay, go ahead.
I believe that it's Chuck and me.
Huh?
What do you mean?
Instead, I said Chuck and I. It's Chuck and me.
Chuck, why all the animosity between you and Richard?
I mean, it was a tense situation. I think all of us were sort of off our guards. And we didn't have a lot of our usual ways to take out the frustration. I couldn't really tell you what happened between us. I can tell you my theory, which is that I think it probably had a lot less to do with me and Richard and a lot more to do about my insecurities about myself and Richard's insecurities about himself and the way we sort of projected them onto each other.
Answer this question. Why did Chuck make you so angry during the show? Well, I say it's time to bury the hatchet. Chuck,
Who wants to bury the hatchet?
Chuck, give Richard a compliment.
Rich, I think you're hilarious. I mean, you're really funny.
Now, Richard, give Chuck a compliment.
Well, Chuckaroo. You remind me of Al Gore.
That to me is a compliment.
Hey, Chuck's a Democrat. Right? Chuck, you're a Democrat.
Yeah.
Or he's an independent.
Let's just safe to say, I guess you guys will probably never see eye to eye.
No, Chuck's much taller than I am also.
All right, audience, who's got the questions?
Okay, Richard, this question is for you. Sometimes you seem so out of control, and is it for real?
Is it? Well, yeah, of course.
Well, before we can answer that question, should we find out from one of your brother, Tom? Tom's in the audience. Everyone, Richard's brother, Tom. Well, Tom, is Richard for real?
Richard's absolutely for real. In fact, he's mellowed with age. He used to be very excitable.
And he's not now?
No, he's very calm relative to the way he used to be, absolutely.
So
he's
there you
maturing
go.
very well.
Richard's brother, Tom, everyone. Next question.
Hi, my question is for Kaitlyn. Was it just Chuck who was upset with Richard, or did he also get on your nerves as well?
Well, I think that at times Richard got on everyone's nerves just a little bit. He was just a little over the top. Richard knows that I love him. I love the kid to death. But yeah, I mean, honestly, he did get under my skin at times.
Next, we'll take a look back at the challenges and eliminations. Did our contestants learn from their mistakes? We'll find out when we return with Beauty and the Geek, The Aftermath. Don't go anywhere. Between the challenges in the elimination room, these 7 women were really put to the test, and many times they stumbled. Take a look.
What's the date of D-Day?
1942.
Is it? 1942 is when Columbus sailed the ocean blue.
Welcome to today's challenge.
I don't know where the popper is. I can't do my fingers.
I broke a nail, and I got my pants dirty, and my shoes are dirty. I'm dirty. Oh my God!
When I saw the goggles, I didn't want to wear them because they're ugly and big. They're not fashionable for me.
Okay, I don't know how we're supposed to put this together.
Oh my God! Oh my God, what?
That is what I think about wrong.
Lauren, your word is tattoo.
T-A-T-O-O.
What state is east of West Virginia?
Massachusetts?
Which state is further south, North Carolina or South Dakota?
Wow. South Dakota?
Oh, this is not good.
Here are the three numbers. 22,
22.
37,
37.
and 45.
22, 37, 9, 59 plus 45.
Most of the girls are pretty clueless.
59, 45, 1, 4.
We have no idea what's going on.
Wait, 59 plus 45. Who cares about Bottle Rock and who cares about being back to the 5th grade? I'd rather be shopping on Melrose. 144.
That is incorrect. Who was the U.S. president during the Civil War?
Hoover?
It was Abraham Lincoln.
Oh, D-Day.
The letters IA is the abbreviation for what state?
Iowa.
Congratulations! Well, you guys aren't the only ones who struggled during the challenges. Let's watch some of your mishaps.
Come on, we're soldiers, we're warriors. Ow, my ankle.
Guys, take a deep breath and find your inner stud. The challenge begins right now.
Hi there. Oh.
Sat down in flames. My plan of attack to get these phone numbers is to be as normal as possible.
Do you like garlic?
Oh, God.
I just want to go home.
I'm not a very touchy-feely person. I started with effleurage.
Oh, God.
And from there, I guess going to chopping and fisting.
Ew.
I want hot, I want sexy.
I felt like I was walking around with poop in my pants.
What I was thinking for the casual is maybe like a sort of Finnish sweater.
Chuck has an extremely high IQ, but it felt like he was dressing his mom.
I am not the kind of person who dances in front of a group. I'm flying completely blind into this.
Anybody here want to give me their phone number? I just bought a new phone. Phone.
Scarlett, how did you feel about Sean's ability to get phone numbers?
I was actually really proud because he wasn't just trying to get numbers. He was actually sitting down with the girl, talking to her, and and actually having a conversation. And he asked her out, casually.
Crystal, what's the one moment that still haunts you and that you wish you could take back if you could?
My South Dakota moment, I don't know what was going through my mind. My sister's a history major, so she was going to kill me because she knows all about geography and everything else. So that was another moment.
Well, why don't you come up here? Come on up.
What are you going to do to me? Okay.
Turn around.
What am I going to do? Oh my God.
Show me the map of the United States of America.
No!
Here's your chance to redeem yourself. It's all for fun, right, guys? Many people can't do it. South Dakota is what state?
That's Pennsylvania.
That's your state.
Wait,
your
what
home
am I
state.
looking for again?
South Dakota.
South Dakota? In the middle. Is it here?
No.
Here?
Oh, up. Down. That's...
All right.
Yeah!
Finally got it.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
South Dakota's right here. That's all in good fun. Everybody give her a hand. That is South Dakota.
I walked right into that trap. Thanks, Brian.
We now know that you will never be a weather girl. Scarlett,
Yes.
can you name 3 states
Oh,
Yes,
that start with new.
Oh, that was so embarrassing. I don't know what was going through my mind. It just went blank. I saw everybody and I was like, oh my God, New Mexico. And that's the only thing that could come out of my mouth. But of course, I can name 4.
Well, name them.
New Mexico, New Jersey, New York, and New Hampshire. I just blank. You get those moments, you know, you just go blank.
Lauren,
Yeah.
here is a math problem.
I can't do it.
Yes. Here's your math problem. Think about this. What's 18 plus 5 plus 73?
18 plus 5
Plus
is...
73.
Plus 18 plus 5, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 plus what? 73? 75?
73.
I can't even say 73. So it's 25 plus 73.
23 plus 73.
I don't know. I need my cell phone. Does anybody have one? I'm serious.
Audience?
I left it in my car.
96. 96.
Car. I don't do that. It's not my subject. But I can't shop. Did anybody see the shopping challenge? I won that.
Yes, she did win that.
She did do it. You're a shopper. Cheryl.
Yes.
D-Day occurred during which war?
Don't ask me any questions. I don't think on the spot, evidently. But I do have something to show you. One of my classes, I'm a full-time student, and it is actually history. And this is a test I took a week ago. Look at it. My grade's right here. I made an A on it. Thank you. Thank you. And I did do the whole entire thing in pink ink. But I still aced it.
Sean. Come here, buddy. Come here.
Oh, boy.
I want you to, come here. Come here.
Yes.
I want you to look right into that camera right there and deliver your best pickup line to the millions of women that are watching at home. Go ahead. It's all you. Go ahead.
Best pickup line is, "Hi, I'm Sean. What's your name?"
Richard, this question lost you the $250,000. Remember that question?
Yes, I do. I'll never forget it.
What is Mindy's middle name?
Now, Brian, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If I answer correctly, can I...
Richard, I'll make out with you if you get it right.
The answer is Nicole.
Oh. Oh my God, I didn't think you were going to get it.
Now, Mindy.
Richard, you had me fooled. I hate you.
The spotlight is on Mindy.
Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't do this. Okay. Like, I want
Time's a ticking.
I want tongue action. I want some... no, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God.
Now, I don't know how you do this. Now, should I put my head to the right or to the left? I guess,
Wait, you're right here.
Well, that was something. It was, I mean, it was real. It was a real kind of a smooth.
Was there tongue involved in that?
I told her not to, but I think she kind of slipped it in anyway.
Now we're getting somewhere. When we return, we'll see how Beauty and the Geek opened these people's eyes and changed their lives forever. Underneath it all, this was a social experiment. And these 14 people not only learned how the other half live, they learned about themselves.
Like, you guys are the kids who corrected the teachers in school.
Yeah.
And we're like, fuchsia, that's green, okay.
And you were the kid talking in the back of the room.
I want to make Richard cool, you know, but he just does kind of almost seem like a lost cause.
What do you know about cars?
Nothing.
I got my first sunburn when I was 8, and I was so excited.
I'm like, you're making me dumber by telling me this stuff.
Every guy had the right into like up to like their belly buttons. It's just like, geez, what are we doing in the hot tub with these dorks?
I've learned that to actually like accept a compliment from a girl, and every once in a while you got to actually step out of your comfort zone and push it to the limit to see how far you can go. Would you like to go out tonight for dinner?
I would love to, yeah.
This experience has been a constant opportunity to test my idea of who I think I am and who I want to be.
Everything I've learned here has been greater than what the challenges have taught us.
After spending time with all these attractive women, aside from their appearance, they're really not that much different than I am.
The very first day, I just thought like, oh my God, these guys are, you know, a bunch of like nerdy guys. As I got to know the guys, I, you know, fell in love with all of them in a different way.
This is the longest time I've ever spent with a woman, and the closest I've ever got to a woman, and a good-looking one at that.
I just realized like how superficial girls that look like us can treat guys who look like some of them. Beauty is so much more than skin deep, and it took this for me to realize that.
Lauren, what did you think of Bill's dramatic makeover?
He looks hot. I mean, I'd give my number, so that was my whole goal, you know, to make him look hot, make him feel confident, and he looked awesome, don't you think?
What has this makeover done for you? Has it changed you?
Yeah, it's just given me like, more confidence, like I said before, and I just feel more comfortable. Like, hey, since these very beautiful women said I was attractive, I go out there feeling the same way, and feeling like I could talk to any girl that's just as beautiful as any one of them.
Cheryl, your time spent in the mansion, how has it changed your life?
I've really gotten serious with my life. It takes strength and confidence to have a personality, and it takes motivation and drive to have brilliance. And it's realizing your weaknesses, and I've really realized it and tried to take everything more seriously and be aware of how people perceive me. So, cool. But I don't want to be taken too seriously. I'm probably still going to put some caramel in my hair, you know.
Yeah, I noticed that you had blonde hair. Well, who has more fun, blondes or brunettes?
Blondes definitely have more fun. I'm having no fun at all as a brunette. But I'm having success, so that's fine.
Catalina, how did your time with these guys, these guys here, how did it affect your life?
I really didn't ever feel like I was a real intelligent person. And being in this house and spending time with Chuck made me realize that I have a ton to offer. And it's made me feel good about myself. I feel a lot more confident in a lot of areas of my life.
That's wonderful. Joe, how has this show changed your outlook on life?
I've learned that I can relate to these girls on some level and talk to them or rap to them or give them massages.
Joe is a pimp. Like, he's a pimp in disguise.
And I'm going to go out with him.
See, now look at that. I've been asking the questions. The audience have been asking the questions. Girls, do you have any questions for the guys?
I have a big question.
Mindy.
Shawn, have you done your hair like that since the show, or is it just for today?
It's been this way since the show.
Good, we love it, we love it.
Shawn, you look so amazing. You look so amazing, and like, you know, we were talking about the confidence and everything. Like, I'm just so proud of you. And so I'm very, very happy.
Anybody else? Ladies, any more? More questions? Crystal.
I have a question for Richard. What was it like since I was the first girl you kissed? How did that feel for you?
Well, let me tell you, if it had to be any girl, I was glad it was you.
Woo! Come here. You can have one more kiss.
All right. Mwah.
Wonderful. Thanks, Richard.
You all made great strides after your time in the mansion, but two people came the furthest. I want to bring up Chuck and Kytelin. First of all, congratulations on winning $250,000. What was your strategy, Chuck?
Just to go out and do the absolute best I could when it was time for a challenge, and then relax and have fun and get ready for the next one.
It was a difficult task, wasn't it, Kylie?
Yeah, it was. None of that was really came easy to me.
I think what's on everybody's mind is, what are you going to do with the money? Chuck?
I'm going to prove that I'm as boring as I look on TV and mostly pay down my student loans.
Kylie?
I'm gonna buy some new cowboy boots. And I already know the pair that I want. And then, I don't know, I'm gonna invest my money and I'm gonna take my parents out for a really nice dinner and I'm gonna buy.
It's gonna be an expensive
dinner. That's
dinner.
gonna be the first, huh? My mom's like, oh, thanks.
Well, go ahead and have a seat. One more time for Chuck and Kylie, guys. Well, congratulations to all of you, and thank you guys so much for making this show a huge success, and to everyone out here, too. But before we go, let's take a look at some Beauty and the Geek highlights that have never been seen on television until now.
I feel sometimes like my mind is larger than my head in a sense.
CH3COOH, it's a carbon, 3 hydrogens, it's bonded to another carbon, which is double bonded to 1 oxygen, and then single bonded. It's called a carboxylic acid.
How do you feel?
Yeah.
Let's do a set of push-ups and then enter the eyes.
Come on, guys. You can do girl push-ups.
Those are the only kind of push-ups I can do nowadays.
Oh, that feels so much better. It's partly the dry air that's making you hack so much. If you humidify the air you're breathing,
You know what, Rich? Just take that Vaseline and just stick it down your throat.
Give me some pages here.
Be like dictionary, yeah, you're gonna.
Yeah, light it up.
Burning you up, baby. Poor dictionary.
Major in English and be poor. Major in film work at a theater. Major in math and econ, be a bore. Not even interesting when you drink liquor.
I have one thing to say to you.
Yes, Lauren.
You either need to swear dating off for the rest of your life or learn how to change it, or just turn gay.
This season of Beauty and the Geek is over, but our experiment is not. If you think you've got what it takes to be a beauty or a geek, log on to thewb.com to get information about becoming a part of season 2. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. You at home, thank you for joining us on Beauty and the Geek, The Aftermath. We'll see you soon for Beauty and the Geek 2. And remember, there's a little bit of beauty and there's a little bit of geek in all of us. I'm Brian McFadden. Good night.